Hello, Dan from Ukraine here. Whew, I have got a story. So as you can see, I am in the airport of Moldova. I have to fly out of Moldova. So I took a bus ride from Odessa, Ukraine, to the airport in Moldova. However, when the bus stopped, I could see the airport quite a ways up there. Some people got off, some people didn't. So I stayed on because I thought it was going to go to the airport. Well, the bus driver shut all the bay doors for the luggage outside, got in, and the bus turned around to head back the other way. And I asked the lady beside me, she happened to know English on the row beside. I said, "Is this the airport?" She said, "Yeah." And so she yelled at him and I yelled at him, went up there. He was not happy. He said, "You have luggage." I said, "Yeah, I got 2 pieces." He says, Get off the bus." Okay. So I get off the bus, but it had pulled down a little ways by this time. So he opens up the bay door, and I get my 2 pieces of luggage, and I said, I'm sorry." He didn't even look at me. He slammed the door shut and got back on, and I'm standing down there on the road. So I walked quite a way. If you're ever in Moldova and the bus stops kind of in the vicinity of the airport, you need to walk to the airport because that's as close as it's going to get. So I get to the airport and don't know what to do. Nothing's in English, obviously. So I'm walking around asking everybody I can. Somebody told me to pick up the white phone and ask for information. Press this number, that number. It's not working. Ask a policeman. He didn't know what I was trying to do. So I find an airport security. He doesn't speak English. He doesn't speak Ukraine. He speaks Russian. So I changed my Google Translate over to Russian. And he says, "You have to go to check-in. Go over there to check-in." So I walk over here and I stand in line for 30 minutes. And I get up there to check in. And she says, she speaks English. And I said, "Good." She said, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to Vienna, Austria." She says, "Well, this line doesn't go to Vienna, Austria. It goes to Egypt. I can help you go to Egypt if you want." And I said, "Not today." She said, "The flights for the gates don't open for check-in until 3 hours before the flight. So my flight opens at 5:30 in the morning, or leaves at 5:30 in the morning. So this is going to open at 2:30 in the morning. And that was 1 o'clock. So I stood in line 1 o'clock going to Egypt, but I didn't go to Egypt. So now I am wasting time trying to catch my breath because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But it looks like I figured out the sign now. I know the destination, I know the time, and I know the place to be. So I will check 1 bag to Vienna that will go all the way to Florence, Italy. And yeah, so there was a couple of other little things that happened. And I could say this was a terrible morning, or I could say the first time is always the hardest, or I can say I'm strong, I can get through this. And I think it was all 3 of those. So anyway, it is 1:30 in the morning, and I'm waiting until 2:30 in the morning to not go to Mar es Salaam, Egypt. So I will let you know when I get on the plane. All right. For the first time in my life, I told a guy, "Das Vidanya." Hard for me to speak Russian, but he did help me. So, do popatrzenia.